Hi, this is Gary with MacMost Now. On today's episode, let's look at printing and sharing your photos from iPhoto. So in today's episode, I'm going to look at some of the information in my new book, the MacMost.com Guide to Switching to the Mac. Now, in chapter 16 on page 240, I start talking about what you can do with your photos once you have them in iPhoto. First I talk about printing, then I talk about sharing. So there are two ways to print your photos from iPhoto. The first is to use your own printer at home. Second is, of course, to go ahead and send your photos into Apple to have them printed professionally. Now, if you have a color printer at home, you should give printing in iPhoto a look. It actually has more options than you may think. So here I've selected 4 photos and I'm going to use Command P or File Print to print. And I come out with some different options right away. For instance, I can go ahead and print each individual photo on a different page. I can thumb through the photos and see how they'll look. I can also do a contact sheet or a simple border, a matte or a double matte. On any one of these I can then go ahead and customize and it will show me what the pictures will look like. I can also change the background, change the borders. I also have some layout options, like I could do 2 on a page instead of just 1. So you have all sorts of different things here that you can do depending upon which options you choose. So the other option is, of course, to print. Now you can print individual photos by sending them to Apple, but you can also go ahead and create these really cool books that I think work better. So the way I recommend doing it is pressing the plus symbol here at the bottom and creating a new album. Once you have this album, you go back to your photos and drag and drop the photos that you want into that album. So once you have that album complete, you can go ahead and click on it and review what you've got there. Now, the next thing you do is select all the photos and click on the keepsakes button at the bottom and choose what you want. So choose a book, choose the theme of the book that you want, and it's going to go into this editor here where you can basically drag and drop photos onto the different pages of your book. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and review it by going back and forth, and then you can click on the Buy Book button here, which will then connect you to Apple and give you the options for ordering your book. Now I have to report that I find the quality of both the individually printed pictures and the books to be excellent. So I've actually switched to using books for all my photos for all the different trips that I take and just getting them printed that way, and usually just making an extra copy. You can also go ahead and print it as a PDF right from iPhoto at no charge and then save it and archive it with your backups, so you always have a digital copy as well as a printed copy. Now you can also share photos online very easily. So one of the ways to do it is just to upload them to a web server. So you can select a bunch of pictures like this and then go ahead and hit share, and you've got several different options here: MobileMe, Facebook, or Flickr. Now of course you have to be signed up for these services. MobileMe costs, while Facebook and Flickr are free. Facebook's completely free. Flickr has a pro version. Once you go ahead and select one of these, there's several different things you can do with it. For instance, if I choose MobileMe here, it's going to give me options of who can view it, whether it include photo titles, things like that. So go and look through each of those options for just a quick way to share your photos without having to wait for them to get printed and then to physically see the person to show them the photo. In addition, you can email photos to friends as well. You can go ahead and select photos, choose Share Email, and then it's going to give you some options here: the size of the photos to include, and also whether to include titles, descriptions, and then it will compose a message which will basically launch your mail program and go ahead and put those photos in there. Everything's done for you. All you need to do after composing the message is edit any additional text you want to include in the message and just send it. And other options for sharing including sending to iDVD, creating something that somebody can view in a DVD player. They don't even need a computer. Or you can burn an actual ROM disk, either to DVD or a CD, to share with somebody or archive them for yourself. So there's a quick look at the books section on sharing and printing photos from iPhoto. Till next time, this is Gary Rosenzweig with MacMost Now.